Good morning and welcome. Today I have my friend Alisha with No More Empty Pots. We're excited to dive in and talk a little bit more about her journey, her business. They're doing some amazing stuff here in the Omaha community. Alisha, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
No, super excited to be here. So before we jump into your business and all the cool things you're doing, tell us a little bit about you. What's your story in a nutshell?
Yeah, sure. So I've always been in the food business. I went to culinary school at Metropolitan Community College and graduated there in 2010.
They have a great restaurant, by the way, right?
Yes, it's amazing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great kitchen for anybody interested in going to culinary school. I would say it's one of the top in the country. I didn't really dive deep into my entrepreneurial journey right off the bat. I was a mom and raised my family and did other things before I decided to take the leap to be a caterer. I did that for 15 years. And then I kind of just took a step back. I'm also a doula, so there's a lot of things that were kind of going on in my life to where my entrepreneurial journey came second, but now I get to use the knowledge that I gained and help other entrepreneurs through No More Empty Pots.
Oh, that's amazing. So I love how you said it was second, but now it seems like it's primary. So what happened? What flipped the switch to make you say, I'm going to go all in on this entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, that was definitely COVID's doing. Yeah. I realized in the food business, that's just something that will never go away. There's always going to be a demand for people to eat. So I wanted to hone in on those skills and make sure that people, not only just myself, but everybody, could have the knowledge and the success to have the success in the food industry.
Yeah, you're right about that, where it's like technology becomes obsolete, but we will always have to eat.
Exactly. There'll always be a restaurant, that's for sure.
For sure. So No More Empty Pots, how did you come up with that name? And then we'll dive into what you actually do.
Sure. So the founder was actually Nancy Williams, who's an amazing woman who created No More Empty Pots. And the vision was really just focusing on food sustainability, community-driven. We have several different programs. I'm on the entrepreneur team, so I focus more on those startups and people who are interested in breaking into the food industry.
Oh, that's awesome. So kind of what's your focus right now? For the people that see this, they may have seen it or heard of No More Empty Pots. What is the mission? What do you do? How do you help people?
Yeah, so in our programming, it's broken up into several different sectors. We partner with local farmers and producers and offer storage resolutions if that's a barrier for them. We connect them directly to entrepreneurs who are looking to source local ingredients for their menus. And then in my area, we're taking people who are interested breaking into the food industry. We offer a culinary certificate program that's a Metro accredited course to kind of give them that formal training on culinary background. And then if they're ready to launch their business, we do Kauffman FastTrac, which is a business accelerator program, taking them from that ideate phase all the way to launch. And then if they are ready to really launch, then they join our commissary kitchens and we kind of guide them through that journey, making sure they have the proper permits, making sure that they have the resources and feel the support of the community.
That's awesome. I would imagine there's a lot of red tape in the food space. You know, you need this permit, this license, check that box. So.
100%. And it's actually really trending right now with Native Omaha Days. There was a lot of confusion about what permits were necessary for food businesses, where food trucks and vendors can actually be during this time. So just being a tool and a resource to people to kind of alleviate that barrier side of things.
So what if there's someone that loves to cook, they're good at it, but they don't have a formal background and they're like, I kind of want to start a business, but I'm too afraid. What do you recommend they do? Do they contact you or like what is the starting point?
I would definitely say starting point would be great at No More Empty Pots because we do have that culinary certificate program. So that kind of gets their feet wet with the knife skills and the food safety and handling side of things. And if they complete that and they're like, oh yeah, I'm definitely a food entrepreneur, then we start that business accelerator Kauffman FastTrac course for them.
No, I love that. And just because you can cook doesn't mean you'll be a good business owner, right?
100%. I always tell people it's never a shortage of skill or talent. it's a shortage of the knowledge and the formal training side of business.
I love that. So we talked a little bit before this. It sounds like you guys have an amazing event coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we started a supper club series on our rooftop. We have 2 locations. We have a greenhouse located on 30th and Lake, and then our food hub, which is located off of 30th and Willett in the Florence area, that has a gorgeous rooftop garden. So we're using that space as a platform for our entrepreneurs to showcase their talent and skills to the community. It'll be a networking event where we also have local entertainment, and then we'll feature one of our chefs each time for the supper club. So we'll engage in meaningful conversation and enjoy a good meal together and kind of just get that exposure to those entrepreneurs that really deserve it.
Yeah, I love that. It challenges the myth where, we're here to learn. It'll be like informational, but also let's have some fun while doing it.
100%. My friend Raquel Henderson always says, I don't believe in meeting and not eating. So I adapted that and I took it to heart. And I think it's great that we can combine those 2 areas where we're having communities bond together over conversation, but also over a great meal.
No, absolutely. I love that. I'll have to steal that one from you. And it's funny, it's funny, like people connect over coffee, but imagine sharing good food or bad food. You can talk about how bad something is.
100%, yeah.
For sure. So as you think about your journey, what's like your biggest goal right now? Obviously you're working on your business, but what would be like the moonshot? What would take you to that next level?
I think really ecosystem mapping for food entrepreneurs. As we know, entrepreneurship can be extremely lonely. So having that camaraderie and that community support, I think will really drive that success for them. So just bridging that gap between entrepreneurs and other community organizations so that way they really feel like they have that support.
For sure. Peeling back the layers a little bit, what has created that gap between like the food sustainability and just not having enough? I know we talked, you have a waiting list of people, which is bad, but also amazing because it proves that there's a need. But what is causing this gap?
For Omaha, I do think it's just a lack of accessibility. So commissary kitchens are required in order for you to sell food to the public, unless you're a cottage law where you can bake certain food items out of your home. So with there only being a handful of food hubs and commissary kitchens in Omaha area, it really creates a barrier for entrepreneurs to really get to that next point. So what we're adapting is using both of our facilities as a commissary kitchen and using it as a launching pad. So the goal is for my entrepreneurs to eventually leave out of our kitchens because they've gained that brick and mortar or they have that food truck and they've started excelling past the point of our kitchens, and then we can take in that next round of entrepreneurs that are starting up.
I love that. It's about launching them and not keeping them here and keeping them small. It's really about how can we get you up and running and so you're self-sustainable.
Exactly. It's like your baby bird leaving the nest. You get to see him fly.
Yeah, that's funny. My wife and I, we bought a house about a year ago, and animals love our home. Rabbit nests, birds, everything. So we literally saw some birds like leave the nest, and it's like the most adorable thing.
See, that's how you know you have a good and safe home, if they feel welcomed and comfortable setting up shop there.
Right.
That's kind of the idea that I want to adopt in our kitchens. I don't want it to just be a place where they can operate their business out of. I want it to feel like a community and feel like they have the support behind just having a kitchen space to cook.
Yeah, I love that. Going to our pivot here, this is, I'll say super random, but in our, I don't know how long we've been talking, maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes, you just seem like an awesome person. How important is it for you to be personable and I'll just say likable in the food space? You know, you see these TV shows and some of these chefs are crazy.
Absolutely. I think it's important because, again, that sense of community and that sense of camaraderie amongst each other. Like, food industry is very hectic. Yes, you can see Gordon Ramsay shouting and yelling in the kitchens, but behind the scenes,
like that.
It's not. It can get that way, but it's not always like that. I mean, it's hot in the kitchens, it's high paced, it's, you know, high stress.
For sure.
But behind the scenes, when all is said and done and you guys are cleaning up and washing dishes, everybody's high-fiving, clapping, enjoying each other's time and company. So I think it's really important to be personable, so that way they feel safe and comfortable coming to me at any time.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for debunking that myth.
Yeah.
It's funny you said Gordon Ramsay. I didn't even have to say the name. You knew.
I knew exactly what you were referring to.
For sure. So as we are winding down, how can we support you? I know you have your event. When is it? How can people register?
Yeah, so the first part of the series is actually August 9th. The theme of this event will be From Scratch to Success, where we're featuring one of the entrepreneurs out of our kitchen. He is the owner of Top Spot Catering. His name is Ronell Bonner. And we're also featuring one of our bakers, the owner of Sweet Meat Desserts. Her name is Ria Venson. And we'll rotate out these entrepreneurs for each series. We'll have a community open mic as well. So anybody who's in attendance can kind of come and share what they have going on in their organization or what's the topics that we need to discuss about our community.
That's amazing. It sounds like a wonderful opportunity for everyone, not just people in the food industry.
Yes.
So if you like good food, if you like good people, check it out.
Absolutely.
All right, my friends, with that, we are going to wrap. Any final words, any words of wisdom for the viewers?
Just if you're an entrepreneur, just keep on that journey. Success is definitely there, and you do have a community. You just have to find your tribe.
Yeah, I love that. And if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
Absolutely.
All right, with that, we are wrapped.